here, coming at you this week as usual with your WWE news and rumors, your #1 source for everything you guys need concerning WWE and all the rumors and all the top, articles and gossip in the WWE. All right, but before I begin, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, the link is down in the description below. Follow me at Twitter at JD from New York 206. The link is, like I said, is in the description. If you guys enjoy my thoughts and opinions on WWE, if you enjoy my weekly videos, I'm always live tweeting during Monday Night Raw. I'm always live tweeting during the pay-per-views. If you want to be up to date about when I post a video on WWE, it's all on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. Also on Facebook, I'm on Facebook just as much as I am Twitter. You can follow me or subscribe to me on Facebook. I'm not accepting friend requests at the moment. I'm backlogged on friend requests. Everybody from my YouTube page just came to my Facebook page. I really can't accept everybody because Facebook is, my personal, space. So you can follow me or subscribe to me on Facebook as well. But guys, I got a ton of stuff for you guys on news and rumors this week. I got news on John Cena, I got news on Biggie Langston, I got news on CM Punk, I got news on Kane, I got news on The Undertaker. You name it, everybody's in here. But let's begin, guys. I want to start off with the most important thing that I found out this week. All right, why was the match at Payback between John Cena and Ryback changed from being an ambulance match originally into a 3 Stages of Hell match? Now, if you guys missed my opinion on the 3 Stages of Hell, you can click on the annotation above my Monday Night Raw review. I give you my thoughts on the 3 Stages of Hell and why I think it's just a lame addition of the 3 Stages of Hell rules. But John Cena versus Ryback at Payback. It will be happening for the WWE Championship. The following stipulations will be in place for the 3 Stages of Hell: lumberjack, tables match, and ambulance match. Okay. The change was made because Vince McMahon, yes, Vince McMahon, made the change. He wants to do something epic with John Cena, something that will be memorable at this point in his career. As of this week, the match is not being done to prolong any feud between Ryback and John Cena, and nothing specifically is in place for Cena as it concerns long-term booking. That's the glaring problem in this article of news right here. There's no long-term booking in place for John Cena. Who is his next opponent going to be? Who is his next title defense going to be against? This is the problem in WWE Creative. Nobody knows what they want to do over months at a time. Things, if it really wants to be the male soap opera, things should be planned out in advance. They really need... What do they do in Stamford, Connecticut? Do they sit down and fucking come up with a weekly show and then just go to the bar and drink shots of Jack and fucking pound beers down? What do they do during the day? Do they sit and watch fucking reruns of their own programs? Do they try to make themselves better? Oh, we could have did this better. Oh, we could book this guy in a feud with this guy. No, they're not doing that. They're not brainstorming. They're taking it week by week, and that's the fucking problem with WWE. You need someone to sit down and come up with months of storylines. And the fact that John Cena is your WWE champion, you have nothing in place for him long-term booking, that's a problem. SummerSlam is coming up. This is your second biggest pay-per-view of the year, and you have nothing in plan for him? Nothing planned for him? Nothing in store for him? That's a mistake. This 3 Stages of Hell match, come on. Compared to the last 3 Stages of Hell matches that were on WWE pay-per-view, this one, I think, will be the worst one out of them all. This is not really 3 stages of lumberjack match, a tables match. Tables matches are garbage. They always end the same way. Lumberjack match is pathetic. It's not exciting whatsoever. It doesn't even signify the 3 Stages of Hell rule. 3 Stages of Hell to me: ladder match, TLC match, a steel cage match, no holds barred, weapons match, a barbed wire match. Come on. Obviously I'm going to be watching it, but not something that I'm invested in. They should have just kept the ambulance match. They just should have kept that one stipulation. But WWE and Vince McMahon wants to do something special. We got to see what this special is on Payback. There is a huge heat. There's a huge heat backstage right now in WWE on Mark Henry from WWE's creative side. They had a storyline planned for him, but after his match with Sheamus at Extreme Rules, at some point in the week, Henry said that he was banged up and needed to take some time off due to injuries. Now, he just came back from injury. I don't know what he's injured or what is injured, what kind of injury he has, but he says that he's banged up. The article reads, as a general rule, while WWE says they want people to rest when hurt, they usually push them to stick around. They usually give them a push to stick around unless it's something major like a concussion or a neck or knee injury. There's a feeling that they did a lot to build Mark Henry up. They got him, that heel heat again, and then he's leaving to take time off. He has heat for taking a significant amount of time off without undergoing surgery. As of Wednesday, WWE's official word is that Henry needing surgery hasn't been determined yet. Henry taking time off is the reason for JBL. If you guys remember on Monday Night Raw, JBL took a shot at this whole Mark Henry situation and said he took the ball and went home. He referenced that on Monday Night Raw. Listen, Mark Henry, if he's banged up, he's banged up. He's the only one who knows if he's banged up or not. He's been doing this for 15 plus years. All right, he's going to be banged up. He's towards the end of his career. I want to see Mark Henry get one last push because his heel work is great, and SmackDown could really use that dominant heel. I would love to see him again with a World Championship run one more time before he retires. But obviously, he says the guy he's banged up. WWE doesn't believe him. So now there's a big, a tremendous amount of heat on him backstage with WWE Creative. So that means when he's actually coming back to wrestle, or when he's cleared to wrestle, or when he wants to come back and wrestle, he's not going to be in that main event spot like he was. He's not going to be wrestling the Ortons. He's not going to be wrestling the Sheamuses. But probably put him in something stupid. But that's a shame for Mark Henry because I wanted to see him succeed when he came back, and he was doing well, and now he's injured again, apparently. The big reason why Big E Langston and Alberto Del Rio have been wrestling a lot lately is because Dolph Ziggler is out. Okay, he's still out with that concussion. They were forced to wrestle again this week at WWE's TV tapings because Jack Swagger was not allowed into Canada due to his legal troubles. I like Big E Langston. He's growing on me more and more. I want to see more of him. Alberto Del Rio, I could care less about. Jack Swagger, I really couldn't care less about. The guy's a fucking scrub. But apparently he wasn't let into Canada. He wasn't missed, so that's that. Last week, the plan was for Triple H's concussion storyline. All right, I made reference of this last week. I'm just refreshing you guys. So, the whole storyline will consist of Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, and possibly their children, all right, to eventually appear on Monday Night Raw and talk Triple H out of wrestling again. Another source says several different ideas are being discussed right now, and nothing is certain. Okay? I also mentioned that there is word going around that there is no laid-out program for Brock Lesnar now that he is done with Triple H. Some people in the know within WWE are strongly speculating that WWE goes with a babyface CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar match sooner rather than later, with the idea of Heyman turning on Punk. I already told you this last week. I do not enjoy this. I don't want to see this. Brock Lesnar needs to be Brock Lesnar. He needs to just fucking go out there and destroy everybody in his path. I do not want to see him cross paths with CM Punk. It's not going to work, unless WWE has some creative-ass way to make this happen. Unless Paul Heyman and CM Punk and Brock Lesnar are writing the angle to themselves, I don't want to see this in the hands of WWE Creative. All right, CM Punk is coming back to feud with Jericho. I'm sure John Cena and CM Punk's path will again cross for that WWE Championship. That's the safe route to go. I really don't want to see Paul Heyman turn on CM Punk. They make such a great pair together, and I really don't think that's going to be good for television. I don't want to see CM Punk as a face. That's the most important thing. He's, when he comes back, he's going to be a heel. Keep him as a heel. He went away as a heel. He's going to come back as a heel. He's the best heel in the wrestling business right now. You don't want to take that thunder away from him. And he obviously he's just amazing at what he does when he's playing a heel. I don't want to see him as a face because as a face, I guarantee you his character will get stale, and we don't want that. We already have Randy Orton and Sheamus and John Cena and all these other guys. Leave CM Punk as a heel. That's just my honest opinion. Depending whether or not The Rock decides to return to wrestling, Brock Lesnar may return to WWE TV later this year to begin a feud with either The Rock or The Undertaker. Again, something I referenced last week. It turns out that the spot on Raw a few weeks ago where Brock Lesnar stopped, if you guys remember when he invaded Triple H's offices at the WWE headquarters, Lesnar stopped and stared at a poster of The Rock, but that wasn't scripted by WWE officials. Apparently that was Lesnar going into business for himself. Okay? Well, nobody knows if The Rock will return yet. Vince McMahon and others in the company feel that he will be feeling better this fall, and he will agree to work WrestleMania 30 against Lesnar. Lesnar going into business for himself. Obviously, Lesnar wants that match with The Rock. It's a huge profile match. A match like that can only happen at WrestleMania. And like I said this many times already, you're going to have The Undertaker versus John Cena. You're going to have The Rock. Obviously, The Rock's going to come back. Vince McMahon will throw any amount of money at him to have him come back and wrestle. One more match. I don't know how many more years he's going to be wrestling, but if this is his last match, so be it. Rock versus Brock Lesnar, Punk versus Austin, and Triple H with this whole concussion, possible retirement angle. You don't want to go out that way. The last guy he should wrestle is HBK. Obviously, HBK's presence has been seen on WWE TV throughout the months. Obviously, he's still in great shape. One more match with Triple H. We're not disrespecting The Undertaker in any way, and that would be an instant classic. All right, they had some of the greatest matches of all time together. One more match on the grandest stage of them all, the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania. That is my honest prediction. That's the way I think WWE should go with that. Going into WWE Extreme Rules, there's been talk of doing something with a gimmicked ring in either the strap match with Henry and Sheamus or the steel cage match with Lesnar and Triple H. That was brought up in a meeting the week before the pay-per-view actually happened. Presumably the idea was nixed and was scrapped completely when they decided to go with the breakaway wall gimmick for the finish of the Ryback versus John Cena match. That's just a little piece of interesting news I had to throw in there. I figured you guys would be interested in hearing that. This week's Monday Night Raw was the lowest Monday Night Raw rating of the year for 2013. Now, I think it really has to do with the Memorial Day weekend. Everybody's out barbecuing and drinking. They're not really home watching Monday Night Raw. I was the only loser home watching Monday Night Raw because I had to work from 11 to 6 that Monday. I came home and had a few beers, and as soon as I got home, Monday Night Raw, because everything else was done. Nobody was barbecuing. Nobody was hanging out. So that's the reason why Monday Night Raw was the lowest. Memorial Day weekend really has to be blamed for that. I don't blame the show itself. The shows the last 2 weeks have been very good, but the rating was a 2.82 cable rating, which you round that down to a 2.8. It averaged 3.9 million viewers. This is down from last week's show, which drew 4.04 million viewers, and like I said, it was the lowest rated Monday Night Raw of the year. During a recent interview with Newsday, Kurt Angle, this is an interesting story. Kurt Angle was asked about a possible WWE return, and these are the highlights. Since these guys, and this is what he says, since these guys wrestle part-time, obviously it's appealing, okay? Lesnar, The Rock, so be it, The Undertaker. It is appealing to him. That's what I do in TNA on Impact Wrestling. My loyalty is with Impact Wrestling right now. I can't think about that yet until my contract is up, but there is a strong possibility that I'll return to WWE. You can never throw anything off the table. Kurt Angle back in WWE will happen, I guarantee you. Kurt Angle wants to retire in the WWE. He said this many times before. This is a fact. This is factual evidence. Okay? He will retire in WWE. He wants that one more WrestleMania moment, that one more WrestleMania match. Book it. I don't know if it's going to happen. Obviously, it's not going to happen this year, but as soon as his contract is up, book his flight to Stamford, Connecticut. He'll be back in WWE. WWE.com has an article up explaining that Ryback beat down Kofi Kingston after their match at last night's SmackDown tapings, or tonight's whatever, tonight's SmackDown tapings. The tapings actually happened on Tuesday. The show will be airing tonight. You're going to see Ryback destroy Kofi Kingston in a beatdown. WWE medical physician and doctor Michael Sampson stated that the attack caused more damage to Kingston's already existing elbow injury. Kingston obviously is out. There may be a real-life problem with him. I don't know what that is as of this time, but I do know he will be out 4 to 8 weeks, up to 2 months. So I wish Kofi Kingston speedy recovery. He's been on a nice roll with Dean Ambrose lately, but obviously he must have a real elbow injury if they're keeping him off TV for 2 weeks. So hopefully he gets back soon. The Wyatt family. Now this is what I am most interested in the coming weeks. Besides The Shield and CM Punk returning, this is what I'm interested in the most. The Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper. All right? Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are your WWE NXT Tag Team Champions down at NXT. They're being brought up with Bray Wyatt, who is the son of IRS, Irwin R. Shyster. Okay? This is going to be a great, great group. I have seen them wrestle once or twice on NXT. I love the characters. The characters are so different than what you're seeing on WWE TV. They're different compared to anybody in the last 10 years. All right? But this is going to be a big, big stepping stone in the youth of WWE coming up to the main roster. Everyone's excited about this. All right? There is said to be a lot of excitement among NXT rosters, the NXT roster and the WWE roster regarding the Wyatt family hitting the main roster. The three are considered to be among the top developmental talents right now and are popular amongst the roster. Numerous NXT stars and main roster WWE talents tweeted about the group this week after the vignette that was aired on Monday Night Raw. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan could easily be thrusted into the tag team division and give that a shot in the arm. Then you got the Shield, you got Team Hell No as of right now, you got the Usos, you got the Primetime Players. You could put Sin Cara and Evan Bourne together, which I'm hearing might be rumored, a new rumored tag team. The WWE tag team division could take off. You got the Ascensions down in NXT. They got some great tag teams up and coming. I really wish the WWE would step it up with the tag team, because the tag team division could flourish if they make it like it was back in the early 90s. You would have great TV. You would add so much more to your television program if you had these engaging tag teams. I hope the WWE goes that route. Obviously, these two guys are tag team champions down in NXT. They're going to be thrusted right up to the main roster. I don't see them breaking apart. I don't see them going singles. Put them in the tag team division. As of this time, the Shield may not be wrestling at all on WWE Payback coming up in Chicago on pay-per-view. WWE has originally planned to have Ambrose rematch against Kofi Kingston for the United States title, and Reigns and Rollins defend the tag titles against Team Hell No. Those plans have changed, and that's why the matches took place on Monday Night Raw this week. So I don't know how they're going to fill out the rest of the card. We're just going to have to wait and see. But the Shield not wrestling, that's going to be a little bit of a downer on pay-per-view, because, like I said, they are the best thing on WWE TV right now. It looks like Dolph Ziggler is coming back sooner rather than later. While he had been removed from live events and the advertising for those events, Ziggler is being advertised as of this moment for this week's live Monday Night Raw. So he'll be on Monday Night Raw this week, in some kind of segment, maybe a live interview. But he will be there on Monday Night Raw, is what I'm hearing. So I look forward to seeing Dolph Ziggler back on TV. Hopefully they could get him back in the ring before they got to strip the title away from him, because I am hearing some rumors of WWE possibly stripping Ziggler of the title and holding a tournament. But I've yet to see any factual evidence besides a few articles online. Those were just opinion pieces, so hopefully that does not happen. And finally, guys, following Monday Night Raw this past week, Wade Barrett defending the IC title against The Miz and Fandango will likely be added to the WWE Payback card. That's a decent match. I see Fandango eventually capturing that Intercontinental title. I do see Fandango and The Miz, big players, and Wade Barrett actually as being big players in Money in the Bank coming up this summer. So look forward to that. But as of right now, I wouldn't strip the title of Wade Barrett, but I do see Fandango getting that title and getting him more in that spotlight with that character. So that's just my honest opinion on that. But that is your news and rumors, guys. That was a ton of stuff this week. If you enjoyed this week's news and rumors, hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so already for all the top WWE news, your #1 source for WWE news and rumors on YouTube. Like I said, guys, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me on Facebook, and that is it, guys. I'll be back with Monday Night Raw as usual on Tuesday. I'm gonna try and get it out like I used to do, but I've been stuck doing the Call of Duty thing. So if it doesn't happen on Tuesday, look for it on Wednesday morning, because those are my 2 off days from work, Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm out, guys, and I'll talk to you all soon. All right, take care.